All right, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, HASHAM, YAHAWASHI, HASHAM, Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to my apostles at Great Millstone who taught me this truth, and a sincere Shalom to the elect out there teaching his truth in all honesty and sincerity in these last days. Okay? I'm Brother Yasharan, and this is New Year's Eve of destruction. Okay? We're an hour and 3 minutes away from midnight. Okay, but it's not the real New Year. Okay, and you experience brothers, you know that. Okay, um, January 1st goes back to the Roman god Janus. Okay, in fact, let me open up a tab here. The name January, okay, is derived from the Roman god Janus. Janus is the god of doorways, gates, and thresholds. Now think about it. Every time we have a new year, right? Pastahar uh, coins a phrase. Okay, and every year it seems like uh, every year has its own unique way about it. Okay, because these elites they they believe in this stuff, man, and by extension of beginnings, endings, and transitions. Okay, these elites they're transitioning into their new world order. You know, the Great Reset. Janus was depicted with two faces, one looking forward and one looking backward. Okay. Now, they've completely fooled the world into thinking that January 1st is the real New Year. There's actually a lot of other cultures out there that don't believe that January 1st is the New Year. Okay. And those countries are mostly uh, non-Edomite countries. Okay. Like some believe in the Chinese New Year, some believe in the first new moon or whatever. But we believe that the see the pictures and depictions. Okay, we believe that the first day of the new year, okay, is the first new moon where in the month where we have the Passover. Okay, that's what we believe is the first day of the new year because it makes sense. Okay, it makes sense. All right, but a lot of the things that we saw in 2021 carried on to uh 2022. Okay, the things that happened in 2021, we saw the effects in 2022. We saw uh the supply chain and shortages. Okay, we saw and a lot of that was from the things that were going on in 2020 and 2021. Okay, sometimes things take a while to materialize. Okay, or to manifest. We saw in 2022, okay, Russia going to Ukraine, and it totally shook up the energy markets as well as the commodity markets. Okay, we've been seeing currency wars. Okay, we've been seeing a lot of progress on digital currencies. In fact, let me look into that, Bokosha. Give me 1 second. More than 100 countries, including 19 of the G20 nations, and there's only 20 of them, okay, are now exploring central bank digital currencies. Okay. So they were developing them in 2022, and 2023 could be the year when they really start to put them out there. Okay. Or transition into this new system, man, this B system. Okay. So it's just a matter of time before they force that C hit, man. Now, I've heard that digital dollar will be available for international trade in March. Okay, how long it takes to work with these big businesses, how long it takes to implement everything, that remains to be uh, seen. Okay, but one thing that has to happen is they have to have a reason for people to use it. Okay, so they're going to make things really bad. They have to bring about, in order for these CBDCs to hit the mainstream. Okay, they're planning to create a really bad economic crash, a really bad depression, man. And you could see it. Okay? You could see it, man. A prudent man has been given what? Knowledge of witty inventions. Okay, that is a witty invention, man. Because when this stuff becomes the law of the land, you're going to have to do what Esau says. You're not going to be able to participate in his system. Okay, they're going to tell you to kick rocks and figure it out yourself. They may even consider you a criminal or a terrorist for not using their CBDCs. Okay, especially when they force it on the CHIP. We don't know how they're going to implement it at first. Okay, they might have both systems running side by side, and the old system is going to be left in the dust, man. When you brothers see, and I know I've said this in videos before, when you brothers see these CBDCs in action, you're gonna know. Okay, you're gonna know, man, because everybody likes to talk about Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin does not have a future. Okay, it doesn't have a future. It doesn't allow smart contracts. There's only a handful of validators. Okay, it's too decentralized for their tastes. If anything, the elites are going to use Bitcoin to trade amongst each other. Okay, but Bitcoin is ancient technology. It's basically a proof of concept that cryptocurrencies work. That's all it is. It's just a proof of concept. Okay, it's considered digital gold because it was the first one. But these new blockchains are, I don't know what term to use, are many, many times more powerful, more robust, and allow much, much, much more functionality than Bitcoin. Okay, and so will these CBDCs because they're all based on the same standard. Isn't that funny how all these nations, 100 countries, are working on CBDCs, and they just happen to be working on the same coding standard, right? ISO 20022. They just happen to all be working on the same standard, right? Okay, there's no conspiracy about that at all. Okay, there's no conspiracy about that at all, right? Hang on 1 second, brothers. Matthew 24:2. And Yahawashi said unto them, see ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. Okay. Everything is going to be turned upside down, man. Everything is going to be turned upside down in order to push this system that they're trying. Okay. It's going to be bad, man. They're going to make it really bad. They're going to make the people beg for this CBDC. Okay. They're going to make them beg for a solution. And when these two systems, okay, the current one and the new one, go side by side, businesses are going to jump on board. Okay. They're not going to waste any time. They really don't. And because we know how Esau works, he doesn't force things at first. At first, he tries to make something out to be beneficial for you. Okay. And he's going to do that at first, just like he did with the jabs. Okay. They were giving out $100. They're giving out bonuses. They're giving out pizzas and fucking burgers and shit. Okay. And then the horns started to show. And he said, well, if you want to work at a certain kind of job, you got to get these jabs. Okay. He set out the horns. He's going to do the same thing here. He's going to do the same thing here. Let's get this in Revelation. This is Revelation 16:14. For they are the spirits of devils working miracles. Okay, and this is going to seem like a miracle when they push this C hip, man. You know? And they're going to put credits on this C hip, man. Okay? And it's going to probably be the CBDC currencies. For they are the spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world, to gather them to the battle of that great day of Yahawah Almighty. Behold, I come as a thief. Okay? Just like the scriptures say that what? Yahawashi comes as what? A thief in the night. Okay? You don't know when a thief's going to break in. When a thief breaks in, he tries to be as quiet as possible and as discreet as possible. Blessed is he that watcheth. Okay? So if you're watching, you're not going to be overtaken by the thief. Okay? Well, Yahawashi is not a thief, okay? But he's coming as a thief. And keepeth his garments. Okay, meaning that what? The garments represent righteousness. Lest he walk naked and they see his shame. Okay? So back to Revelation 16:14. For they are the spirits of devils working miracles. And they're going to make this look like a miracle, man. You know, and then eventually when businesses jump on board, they're going to have to pay their employees in this method. You know, because it really is going to be a whole new system. And they're going to make things so bad that people are going to jump right to it, man. Just like he used fear to get those people to line up for the jabs, he's going to use fear to get these people to line up to get this C hip and to accept his CBDCs. Okay? Yeah, more than 100 countries, including 19 G20 nations. Now, most of you brothers in this truth, okay, you're probably living in one of these G20 nations, man. Okay? And these G20 nations are going to be the first ones to really push it on the public. you know. And this scripture also breaks down, okay, this working miracles, man. You know, these sea hips are going to work miracles in people. You know, people who can't see, people who can't walk, people who may have certain medical issues. Okay, this sea hip is gonna help them with that, but they're gonna have to give up their soul in order to get those miracles, man. In fact, we're gonna read Second Ezra, the 15th chapter, because really a lot of the things that happened in 2021 and 2022 planted the seed for the things that are going to happen in 2023. There's going to be an economic crash in 2023. Okay? It's going to get freaking bad, man. And you better not be settled on your lees. Okay? You better not be settled on your lees, man. The most high is gonna drag us through the mud in 2023, brothers. Okay? Yeah, we're gonna be all right. But he's gonna drag us through the mud, man. You know? Everybody's gonna have to suffer. Okay? Hey, man, you know, maybe the most high might give you some wisdom to figure something out once this crash happens. You know, he might give you the wisdom, or he might just have an opportunity appear before you, you know, in order to, you know, pay your bills or feed your families or whatever. Okay? But now's not the time to be all fucking lazy and shit, man. And settle on your lease. It's really not, okay? Because the Lord is gonna make us uh he's gonna make us do what we learn, man. Okay, all the things that we've learned in this truth. Okay, we're gonna have to apply wisdom in 2023, man, because it's gonna get pretty chaotic out here, man. You know, and you don't want to be caught up out there. Okay, like if like I remember in uh 2020 when the lockdowns first happened, man. The more outgoing brothers, uh, they had a harder time dealing with those lockdowns than the brothers that were pretty much hermits. Okay, and we're in fuego for the truth. Okay, now that may happen again. Brothers that are used to having excess, brothers that are used to not, you know, not struggling. Okay, you may have to struggle in 2023, and it's going to be a learning experience for you, man. But it's going to make you stronger. Okay, suffering makes you stronger, man. This is Second Ezra 15:1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Okay? These prophecies are true, man. Everything that's in these scriptures is coming to pass. Okay? And cause them to be written in paper, for they are fearful and faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. Okay? You're always going to have deniers. And these devils, man, they got a heavy spell on a lot of these people out here. They have them totally brainwashed. They have them totally bewitched and totally brainwashed, man. You know? Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. So we can't care what anybody thinks, man. Okay? What was it? These devils, they arrested Andrew Tate the other day. Okay? And he's not and he's not letting these devils get away with shit, man. Okay, we need to be in that spirit, but much more so. Okay, because Andrew Tate, you know, as much as he may, the things he say may resonate with us, Okay, because he has more of an ancient man type mindset. Okay, he's still not in the truth. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. So all those people that talk that shit, okay, that don't take heed, they're gonna die in their unfaithfulness. So don't fucking worry about them. Okay? And you seasoned brothers, you should be at the point where these people that ain't in the truth, they should irritate the shit out of you to the point where you don't even want to be around them or conversate with them because y'all really don't have anything in common anymore. Okay? Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, eh, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. And all these seeds of these plagues were planted the past couple of years. And you could see that. And that's what the point of this lesson is about. Okay? We always title it, New Year's Showdown or New Year's Eve Destruction. There's really going to be serious destruction in 2023. We could see the roots of chaos taking place, with all the shit going on with Russia and Ukraine and how it's disrupted the global supply chain and the markets. Okay, everybody's picking sides, and recently we've been seeing a lot of trouble with China. Okay, a lot of their banks are failing. A lot of their people are protesting, and these nations that are falling, they're going to get desperate. Okay, and if you look at the history, okay, because just like the scriptures say, there's no new thing under the sun, right? That which had been is that which shall be. Okay, the phrase "history repeats itself." That's paraphrased in the scriptures, man. That's a metaphor that the scriptures repeat over and over. Okay, that history repeats itself. If you look at past economic crashes in history, okay, whenever there's been economic calamity in the world, countries always resort to war, man. They always resort to war. It always leads to war. You could say that one of the fruits of economic calamities are war. Okay? Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Okay? Wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, man. You got all these woke people. It's just ridiculous. Okay? All these woke people, the earth is in decay. Okay? You think about that that polar vortex, or what was it, Arctic blast that we had, was it last week, where almost 60% of America was below freezing temperatures. Okay? That's a sign of the times that we're in. Okay, and brothers have their own theories about HARP and all that. Yeah, HARP could have made it stronger. Okay, but that was really a message from the Lord, man. Okay, because that was a crazy storm, man. They had the military out there in Buffalo. Okay, which our camp is in Buffalo. Okay, the military was going door to door with food boxes. People were snowed in their houses. They couldn't get to the stores, and all the stores were already looted. It was chaos, man. The police were overwhelmed, you know, and even if they weren't overwhelmed, they couldn't have fucking went anywhere. Okay, that was a big storm, man. And it showed that America's in trouble. It really showed the aging infrastructure and everything, man. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Okay? All you have to do is watch any of those WEF videos, man. And you could get into the minds of these devils, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Okay? Behold, an innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. Because really, you gutter rats, you're really not the real Israelites, man. Okay, you're a bunch of fakes. If you were real, why does your people run the damn world? Okay, they run the world because the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, not the righteous. We're not living in a righteous society. Do you think there would be all this shit going on in the world if Israel was really, if the true Israelites were running the show? The true Israelites uh uh were sitting in rulership? No, it wouldn't. Okay? Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. So we're not whining, okay, when we complain. That's not us, man. Okay? We're complaining continually, okay? Because we're coming in the spirit and we're vessels of Yahawah Shem Yahushai. Okay, we could see things for how they are. These devils act like you can only have two different opinions on anything, and anything outside of that, you're just a weirdo. Nah, y'all are the damn weirdos, man. Okay? Y'all are the damn weirdos, man. This ain't how people are supposed to live. They're teaching these children, they're teaching them that they know 10 different genders before they even know how to count to fucking 10. This shit is ridiculous, man. And Yahawah Shem Yahushai is going to destroy all you people that agree with this woke shit, man. Especially those of you that think it's okay to push that shit on the children, man. And therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Okay, so the Lord is going to avenge us, man. He's going to avenge us, man. Okay? All this shit we're going through, it's not for naught, man. It is not for naught. There's a reason why we're going through it. You know, we're being tried in the furnace, and in 2023, we're gonna really be tried. Okay, we're gonna find out if we're acceptable men in the furnace of adversity that stand in the furnace of adversity or not. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. And that's going on in America right now. That storm was a plague. Okay? That storm was a plague, man. Viruses, okay? Disease, poverty, okay? The Lord is bringing this place down, man. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that Yahweh shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn. And we could really see that, man. Okay, the farmers are struggling. They're being forced to do things against their will. They're being forced to do things that are expensive too. Okay, which they cannot afford because these devils, they're trying to take over the whole system of food. Okay, in the New World Order, everything, everything is going to be forced upon you, man. You're not going to have any control over what you eat or what you own. Well, you're not going to own anything, actually. That's the phrase. You're going to own nothing and be happy. Basically, all your necessities are going to be provided for you, but nothing else. Okay, and what these devils consider a necessity is pretty wild, man. Okay, or jumped on to 14, verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And we have all this chaos going on in the world, man, and people still don't understand that this is all in the scriptures. Even some Christians are starting to see it. Okay, but you Christians, you're not men or women of the Lord. Okay, you believing in that Roman Catholic dogma. Okay, you're believing in that bullshit, man. Okay, you believe in I mean, you wouldn't go to CNN for news, would you? No, you wouldn't. Everybody knows CNN is a laughing stock of a news station. Okay, going to these churches is like CNN's interpretation of the Bible, man. That's how you got to look at it. Okay, this truth is precious, and there's lots of secrets, man. Okay, the mainstream point of view. I mean, that's not very secret or precious, right? If the mainstream pushes that view out there, okay, the scriptures are much deeper than that, man. Okay, they're much deeper than what the church interprets them as. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. And we could see these food riots start in 2023, brothers. I'm not saying that the whole country is going to be engulfed in riots at the same time, but you're going to have places here and there where people get upset, you know, where people are just losing it, man. People are desperate. These devils have, if you follow on what they've been doing the past few years, man, they're trying to break everybody. Okay. They're trying to make everybody depressed. They're trying to make everybody poor. They're trying to give everybody no hope. Okay. They're trying to beat us down, man. They're trying to make us too weak to stand up. Okay. But you people that think that you're going to overtake this devil through physical means, you got another thing coming. Okay. For there shall be sedition. Yeah. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. Okay. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Okay. And that word sedition goes back to the word being rebellious or having rebellion towards authority. Okay. People are going to stop listening to the police. They're going to stop listening to their mayors, to their governors. They're going to stop listening to their presidents, to their senators, to their prime ministers, and so on and so forth, man. Okay. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Okay. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. All kinds of transportation is going to be controlled. Okay, everything's going to be controlled, man. For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Right? Chaos, uncertainty, desperation. Okay? A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And hey, man, one thing that came to mind when I read this verse was all that doomsday prepping bullshit, man. You got all these guys out there. Okay, and I know some brothers will say, well, they got good information. Yeah, they may have good information, but it seems like a lot of these, I'm not going to say all of them, but guys like uh, AMTV, Full Spectrum, Survival, okay, guys like that, all your shit is going to get taken, man. Okay? Listen, if you see somebody in the alternative media do a video with a fucking gas mask on, they're trying to fearmonger you, man. They're trying to use sensationalism, okay, to get you to buy into their fear. Sensationalism, the use of exciting or shocking stories or language, or in the case of a video, wearing a fucking gas mask, okay, or saying you got to have chicken coops, you got to have 10,000 rounds of ammo, blah, blah, blah. Listen, man, if you have 0 rounds of ammo and the Lord has you chosen as one of his elect, then you're all right. If you have 250 rounds of ammo, okay, and you're of the elect, then you're of the elect. Okay? If you have 1,000 cans of food and you're of the Lord's elect, you're of the elect. If you have 0 cans of food, it's the same thing. You're of the elect. Okay? But really, one thing that you shouldn't do is put your hope in that stuff. If you happen to have some extra water, extra rice or beans or whatever, that's up to you. You can do that. Okay? You can do that. Now, one thing that we should do is when we hear of some serious shit, for instance, this storm that happened, right? All I mean, because we live in the Buffalo Niagara region, okay? All the news stations around here were screaming at the top of their lungs that this was a life-threatening storm and to fucking prepare for it. Okay? Get enough. Here it is. These stores were closed for a fucking weekend. One fucking weekend. And Jake was out there breaking in the stores and looting everything, man. They went out of their way to buy blunts for the snowstorm. But when it came to food and water, they didn't. Okay? Listen, if Esau, out of the kindness of his cruel black heart, if he's screaming at you to prepare for something that it's definitely coming, then there's nothing wrong with going to the fucking store and buying some shit, man. Just don't be buying a pallet full of water because that's ridiculous. Okay? The Lord is about balance, man. The Lord is about balance, okay? And every brother does things in their own way, and every brother's going to have different situations, okay? But yeah, that's what these people do. And let me read this. Or shocking stories or language at the expense of accuracy in order to provoke public interest or excitement. Okay, basically overacting. And I'm not picking on those people who run the alternative media. Hey man, we get a lot of our stuff from y'all, but the physical route is not going to give you salvation. You may have to leave all that shit behind. You may have to leave your fucking chickens and cows behind, and your gas masks and your rounds of ammo. Okay? I mean, what are you going to do? What if an angry mob comes towards you? You gonna fight off a whole angry mob by yourself? Or are you gonna give your kids some guns and hope that they make it? That's ridiculous, man. Hey, when it comes to the Bible or the bullet, I choose the Bible. Verse 19. And then I'm gonna wrap it up. I was gonna get Matthew 24, but I proved the point in this, man. Okay? Those scriptures, Matthew 24, uh, 2nd Ezra 15, okay? Luke 21, okay? Those are scriptures that are going to be coming to life in 2023. A man shall have no pity, verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Right, great tribulation, man. People are going to go through serious trauma in hell, man. And let me say this, man, these people out here are not ready, okay? You got a whole bunch of people 25 and under that are used to iPhones and this convenient society and yada yada yada, okay? They're going to be fucked in 2023, okay? Because these people, your average Babylonian does not have the mental fortitude to handle what is coming. Okay, they don't have the mental strength. They don't have the soundness of mind. Okay? These are things that you're going to need. You're going to have a sound mind. Okay? And you're going to need the Holy Spirit. Because the Holy Spirit is going to create that soundness of mind. Okay? But with that, I believe I've proved the point. Uh, I hope you brothers were edified. Okay? Till next time, shalom. Peace and blessings to you elect.